G'day, I'm Bob Brown and I'm in the Gelorup Corridor. That's a fantastic forest south of Perth, and I've got my hand on the biggest known existing hollyleaf banksia on Earth. This giant beautiful tree has been growing here for centuries, and aren't banksias part of our identity as Australians? Well, this one is now threatened because the state and federal governments have licensed a highway to come through here. It could be on the paddocks over yonder, but it's going to come through this precious forest, and this ancient giant is in the way. We mustn't let that happen. Now a bit of romance in the forest. That bark is different to that bark, and that's because one is a peppermint and the other's a jarrah. And this tree is called the lovers because they've embraced each other as they've grown over decades and decades and centuries, but not any longer. This will be entirely destroyed if this highway comes through here. Come on, Tanya, come down and have a look at this. You won't want it to happen. This Stewart, only found in southwest Western Australia, it's a eucalypt, is huge. It's one of the biggest left on the planet. And to save it, they're going to run the highway 30 metres that away. But what about the whistling kite that's nesting up there in the top of this tree? And what about the wildlife in it? And what about the tree itself when it's exposed to a 4-lane highway running over the edge of its root system potentially? Who knows? What I do know is that the best days of this magnificent tree will be over. This giant tree is a marri, and they're logging bees in southwest Western Australia right now. But the state government has said no more. They'll stop in 2024. Well, here's a giant marri that they're going to destroy in the meantime. Surely, if they're putting an end to logging, they'll save this magnificent, centuries-old giant and the wildlife that live in it for those future centuries to come as well. Come on, the road can go elsewhere, but this marri cannot. It needs to stay here alive. There's two sounds here. One is the wind in the trees, and the other is a choir of frogs. These frogs have been singing to human beings for millennia. Can we let that choir be drowned, eliminated forever by a freeway that can go elsewhere? Let's listen to this choir and save it for people for centuries to come to listen to as well.